scramble to see what would happen if he hated me. She puts on an expression I remember from Fiona, the "I'm not taking no for an answer" face. Okay, Emma concedes. So maybe we weren't totally upfront with you, but your kids are at school ready to present their project. And if you're not there to support them, you're never going to forgive yourself. She doesn't fight fair. Pour yourself a cup of coffee, I say. I'll get dressed. Surrender. Total and unconditional. I might as well get used to it. Jake is waiting outside in the Porsche. Hi, Mr. Kermit. Long time no see. I scowl at him. He's a partner in this deception and deserves no better. Plus, with an entire car dealership at his disposal, he chose to bring this motorized roller skate. For the students, I remind myself, squeezing into the tiny back seat. All the way to school, Jake keeps up a steady stream of conversation, ignoring frantic signals from Emma to keep his big mouth shut. How about those kids doing this project on their own? He enthuses. They're really something. I'm too angry to answer. It's all possible that I'm too contorted in the back seat to make any sound. I'm getting reacquainted with my knees, which are pressed up against my chest. When the Porsche reaches Greenwich Middle School, it takes the two of them to drag me out of the car. The banner over the front entrance declares Greenwich Public Schools Science Fair District Championships. The parking lot is packed. The school halls bustle with students and parents. I forgot how popular the science fair is. I knew once, back when I cared about such things. Walking stiffly, zombie style, after the tight car ride, I lumber inside, following Emma and Jake into the gym, which is the epicenter. The large space is filled with long tables, and colorful displays stretch as far as the eye can see. Students stand like sentries in front of their projects, excited and nervous, ready to face the judges. It's been a rotten day so far, but as soon as I spot the kids at SCS 8, I feel the corners of my mouth turning upward. Even though I'm against this science fair idea 100%, I couldn't be more proud. My unteachables did this for me. Okay, I won't be their teacher for long, but I'm their teacher today, and I intend to act like it. Seeing me, their faces light up and I smile wider. I must be losing my mind. A real teacher would be chewing them out, not beaming at them. I beam anyway, because they look so thrilled with themselves. Kiana, Aldo, Barnstorm, Mateo, Raheem, and Elaine. I approach the group. Where's Parker? With his grandmother, Kiana supplies. You'll see him soon. Ah, the famous Graham. Some things never change. Well, let's take a look at this top secret project. I turn my attention to the display board behind them. The title is The Internal Combustion Engine. Obviously, the idea came from working at Terra Nova Motors. There are several fantastic drawings and diagrams done by Raheem. They're so professional that I wonder if the judges will believe it's really student work. Beyond that, my heart sinks a little. The project is pretty thin. There's an information booklet with a few pages that could have been copied from an automobile web page. That's it. No working motor in a study that's supposed to be all about them. Not even a model of one. I picture some of the other displays on the labyrinth of tables throughout the double gym. There's a miniature wind turbine and batteries that store the electricity it generates, a Foucault pendulum, a replica of the internal gyroscope that provides telemetry guidance for a ballistic missile. Everywhere, microscopes peer down at single-celled organisms, Geiger counters click, test tubes bubble, and static electricity jumps up Jacob's ladder. These projects come from the most talented science students in the entire district, not just Greenwich Middle School. The internal combustion engine is a nice effort, but it doesn't come close to anything else here. This is like entering a grape into the competition against 200-pound watermelon at the state fair. Anger surges inside me. Maybe Jake doesn't know any better, but surely Emma understands that the internal combustion engine doesn't stand a chance of an ice cube in a molten lava against the other projects here. I take in I take in the proud, hopeful faces of the unteachables. It goes without saying that they're about to finish dead last. They could very well be laughed out of the competition. The blow could destroy their confidence and undo most of the progress of the past weeks. The judges are at the very next table, practically chortling with glee as they watch a small robot shoot baskets at the Nerf hoop built into the giant crate that is the display. 2 men and a woman, the high school science teachers, along with the professor from the local college. They make notes on their clipboards, but there's no mistaking the enjoyment on their faces. Not for long, I think, as the threesome approaches the internal combustion engine. The kids are so amped that you could almost hear power hum emanating from them. I feel a little sick. I resolve then and there to make a big stink if the judges are unkind about the project. Why not? There's no downside. What can they do? Complain to Thaddeus and get me fired? To my relief, the three are respectful and professional. They're obviously not very impressed, but they go through the motions of examining the display. They even come up with a few questions to ask. The college professor reads through the booklet and comes to the last page. I never made it that far. There are exactly 2 words written in large block capitals. Look outside. An arrow points toward the gym's corner exit, which opens out to the parking lot. The man frowns. What does this mean? Elaine's deep baritone supplies the answer. Maybe it means, look outside. This way, adds Barnstorm, thumb swinging on his crutches toward the door. The judges follow, herded like cattle by the rest of the class. What's going on? I whisper to Emma. She smiles at me, misty-eyed. I would spoil the surprise. Jake is grinning, which is almost worse than her kindergarten ways. I am so not in the mood. I step out of the gym and look around, mystified. Nothing's there. Nothing but parked cars. And then an enormous roar cuts the air, an ear-splitting vroom so loud that you feel it under your fingernails. All attention is wrenched away from the vehicles in the lot to the single car standing in the driveway, revving its enormous engine. It's an amazing sight. The paint job is bright red with flecks of silver that catch the sunlight and dazzle the eye. Emblazoned on the driver's door is the image of a leaping frog. Sparks fling from the animal's powerful back legs, spraying the full length of the chassis to the rear bumper. There's no hood, and the motor has been raised to full view, shiny and brand new. Twin tailpipes, gleaming chrome, slash down both sides of the car. Multicolored LED lights flash from every wheel rim. Stunned and speechless, all I can do is stare. Emma is clamped onto my arm, cutting off the circulation. What does this hot rod have to do with a middle school science fair entry? The judges are pop-eyed. This is your project, the woman from the high school breathed. The kids nod, tickled pink with themselves. It's our working model, Kiana brags. Aldo leans into the gym and bellows, in your face, losers. They built the engine from parts in my shop. Jake explains, his voice hoarse with pride. My mechanic supervised, but the kids did all the work. They did everything, Emma confirms. One of them is even the driver. That's when I recognize Parker at the wheel, grinning so wide that his face is about to break. Why is there an elderly woman with him? The professor wants to know. That's Graham's, Kiana explains. It's a long story. They did a lot more than just put an engine in, Jake goes on. You're looking at new tires, rims, glass, wipers, interior. And the bodywork? Remember, this car is 27 years old. I snapped to attention. 27 years old? I can't believe I didn't see it before. Sure, it's all rebuilt and fancy and souped up, but the original shape is still there, hidden beneath the tailpipes and the chrome and the blinding paint job. It's God bless America. It's the Coco Nerd.